Hello, this reading is going to be for Gemini. I'm going to do you guys a weekly from today's the 17th. It's going to be from 17th to the 24th, of May. End of the month. I'm just going to see what we have for you guys. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. We have Key of Life. We have stay in your true power. Stay true and be in your power. It's in reverse. Can we get anything else? We have Divine Destiny. We have the Dark Mysteries. And we have Portal of Light. So we're going to see what all that means. Gemini, I haven't done you guys a reading in a while. I haven't done anybody a reading in a while. So with stay true and be in your power, it is in reverse. It says Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority. So that's like King and Queen. But it is in reverse. I want to go to that first to see why it's in reverse. I'm hearing mimic. I don't know if that means somebody mimicking you. There's a tower at the bottom of the deck. And surprisingly, the Emperor came up with the Seducer. Which would pretty much be the king. But this is of divine authority. So I feel like the Emperor is trying to seduce you, right? Because the Seducer is something that you bring out. So the Emperor is trying to seduce you, but I feel like he's trying to seduce you maybe to not be in your power. Like he doesn't want you in your power. And then we have this Prince of Disc. This is finances. So, you may be doing something financially. Oh, that's a masculine energy. It's a male. You know. So he's doing something financially. Maybe he's doing something with the money financially. Or he may want to be the one to financially provide for you, but at the same time, he's trying to, like for some reason, he doesn't want you to be maybe as confident or as strong as you are, because it may make him feel threatened or intimidated. You know, that happens. And his Emperor may not, because this is the Prince of Disc, he might not have that much money to provide you with these. So he want you to, let me keep going. Does this make me feel like, you know, the saying goes where they want to be, they want to know that you need them. And it could be that this Emperor is not in his power because he's being seduced by finances, meaning like he's worried more about finances than actually being in his power. But since both of Osiris and Isis are there, whatever he's doing is affecting you, put it like that, financially. So this Emperor, this guy, this messenger is doing something to affect you financially. Key of Life is the spinning the key of life. These two just fell in my hand, right? We got balance, we got Queen of Cups, and we got defeat. So what's at the bottom? Oh, failure. Interference. That's success. So that's somebody tampering with your success. That's competition. So that's like people, competitors, like competing with you for your success, but all they're doing is interfering with your success, trying to cause a failure. Or either, since interference is first, it's like the interference is going to fail because the failure is on top of the interference. So it's like while you're chasing your success and like other people are competing with you or attempting to, but that's what I said. What I said, mimic, the word mimicking. So they may be mimicking you. It's just, but it's not going to interfere with your success. It's going to fail. But we do have a key of life. We have the Queen of Cups defeated. We have balance. So I feel like this is an emotional person. This could have anything to do with you. This could be your mom. This could be anybody who's like emotional or like being emotionally supportive to you. Um, or this could be you being emotionally supportive to somebody else. I feel like somebody wants to interfere with you emotionally, try to defeat you emotionally, but the balance card was on top of that. So the way it goes, if another card is on top of it, then that card is a little bit more prominent. At least when I read, I don't know about other people, but it's like you have the key of life. You have an understanding of things, and but it's just one of those things where you're emotionally strong, and I feel like people may feel like if they trigger you emotionally or try to deal with you, get you emotional, they will like defeat you. But more so, just play with your emotions. So just be aware that people know that you have something interesting or you have the key of life or you are a necessity and you know things and you're valuable. But if I feel like they want to still play with your emotions anyway, but it's like you're still gonna be balanced. So when somebody try to trigger you emotionally or try to get you in your feelings, like you're still gonna be balanced. So they're not gonna know if you're in your feelings or not. This is Gemini. Yeah, they're not gonna even know. It's like they're looking to see like, did I get Gemini in their feelings? So we have divine destiny, path of the divine warrior. The lovers is at the bottom of it. Ooh, all of those came out. Everybody want to talk today. What's the song nowadays? Everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes off when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. Motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So I guess motherfuckers act like they forgot about you, Gemini. I don't remember what you did, what you said, the goodness that you are. We got the angels. So for the angels, that's on divine destiny. So the angels know that you have a destiny or you have a path, or they just know that you're a warrior. They know that you're divine. So they could be assisting you with something. Let's see what else they want to say. Assisting you with whatever you're doing. Or just watching over you while you're on your journey, your path. Truth. So I have to say it's two ways. Because the first thing I'm feeling like, since this is the truth, if you feel like your angels abandoned you, or if you feel like something happened and they weren't there to catch it in time, look, this is cruelty. Some cruelty. This is them wanting you to know cruelty and ruin. Maybe from a guy, maybe somebody did some. This is also surrounding your success. That's a player. That's like people demeaning your success or acting like your success isn't what it is, and the competition's still right there. This is them calling the truth, like letting you know that they did have your back the entire time and they were with you and watching over you on your whole path, even though you got hurt and there was cruelty and things of that nature. But this is also them like probably, let me get one more card, because I see truth as reconciliation as well. But this is your angels wanting you to talk to them and realize that they're with you. So this is the Queen of Swords and the Fool. So this could also be a reconciliation with a Queen of Swords who may have been foolish towards you in the past, or if this Queen of Swords thought you were a fool in the past, she wants to reconcile with you. That's two queens. That's the Queen of Cups. That's the Queen of Swords. Okay, let's go to Portal of Light to see what else we can figure out. What can we get for Portal of Light? We have the Tower. We did see that at the bottom of the deck, so it did come out. So there's justice. So I feel like the secret is you're going to have justice. There's sorrow. And somebody's dancing around. So somebody's not in a good mood. Somebody's having like some sadness or whatever. This is the Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Somebody's feeling sad, but like they're not going to tell you. They're dancing around their issue. But also it's a secret that you have justice. You might have justice over this person as well, but they're not going to tell you. It's like almost like when you win and nobody will tell you that you won. Instead, they want you to keep playing the game with them. Because remember, defeat, that's the poker card. That's people playing the game. So it's like they want you to keep playing a game with them, you know. But with Portal of Light, that's a tower. She goes on wings through time and space. So I feel like it's going to be a tower in situations where people are either draining your light. Let me see. Or your light shines so bright. I'm going to try not to be cheesy, y'all. But, cheeky. But because of your light, it causes towers to people that you go around. And I feel like you don't know that. Like, it's like, you go around people and a tower happens, like they can see better. You know how, okay, there we go, because you can't see in the dark, right? You know, unless you're nocturnal. We have happiness at the bottom, so that's you being with happiness. But people that can't see certain things, and say you don't even have to be the dark, if they can't see things, they don't understand things, they can't see mentally, or they can't see, they don't understand emotions. When you come around, they see it better. It's like you make the picture brighter, right? So they causes towers to people though, because it's like some stuff people don't want to see. You know how they say you can't tell people things before they're ready to receive it. So some kind of way you've done that, or you're in the process of doing it this week, is like you're saying things to people that they're not ready to receive or not ready to look at. But since the angels got your back, it's like you gonna have to look at this because Gemini has spoken. So once you speak, then that's it. But we have emotional fulfillment, completion, and onlookers. So with them, hold on one second. Okay, so with that, the tower that you create, so whatever you do does something to them emotionally. Like not only do they see better, but they start to feel things differently. But for them, I'm hearing Shakespeare. Shakespeare, what he did plays. Oh, these two cards got left behind, so we have to put those over. But it does something. So it could be poetic, because Shakespeare, that was like a play or whatever. Yeah, he did plays, books. So it could be something that it does something to them emotionally, but it's like a completion to them. Something that they need to see emotionally that they're not seeing or understanding. You cause them to see that and understand it. But also you may make them look at themselves, because this is going within. You may make them look at themselves. But at the same time, this just could be people looking at you, watching how you not create towers, but watching how you move, and like how other people are affected when you move the way you move or do the things you do. Something in the way you move. Rihanna, that's Rihanna. But you know what's crazy is that so what they try to do is trigger you emotionally and wind up triggering themselves. That's weird. This is happiness came back out. It was at the bottom. This is happiness and change. It is sideways, so I feel like it causes people to look at like what am I really happy about, or how can I be joyful, or changing what makes them happy. You know how that people say money can't buy happiness and things of that nature. So it's like them being able to look at, okay, what really makes me happy? What's for the dark mysteries? So this is weird because we got the light and the dark right there. But we do have balance. So there's both of them being balanced. But at the same time, this you being intertwined in light and dark. This is the hangman. So that's being in thought. This is the empress. The queen of discs. This is another queen. It didn't come out. And this is the higher self. And this is the star. So no matter what, no matter what, you're the star. And I feel like people know that. And this queen of this and knight of this is right there too. So this is something dealing with finances and whatnot. But for the dark mysteries, I feel like this is the empress into the chamber of the dark goddess. So this is the empress knowing about the darkness. And this is love and this is strength. This is her like being like strong, overcoming. So this would be you. Oh wow. So this is the darkness, strife, egotistical options. That's probably not even in the intuition. And this is protection. So I feel like you protect yourself spiritually regardless, even if you deal with different situations. And remember, like, options can be different jobs. It can be different things. But I feel like with the ego card and the strife, like, you know, what they say, when you know better, you do better. Like, you know what's going to cause, what's going to cause what to happen. Like, you know the cause and effect before it happens. And you deal with that. But I feel like with the dark chamber, there's jealousy and egotistical people. So it's almost like you've been there before, so you know what that's like, but you try to keep yourself in a loving vibe, at least for this week, and try to stay strong. regardless. And I think people know that. And I feel like there's people, I'm not saying they're necessarily dark, but they have like tendencies to be dark, strife, egotistical, just doing too much at one time. This is people who do, you know how they say, don't put your hand in too many buckets. Yeah. Where they're doing too many things at one time. And nothing's wrong with that. Like, do whatever, but that's not being able to invest 100% in each one. So you got all these different things that you're doing, but this thing is getting 20%. This thing is getting 20%. Neither one of your goals are getting a full 100% because you're doing so many. But this is with people, so you just have to watch out with people doing so many things at one time. You may not want to deal with it, and you may do a lot too. But you have spiritual, listen, because you have spiritual protection. You have spiritual and then you have protected first right there. So even if you do a lot of things at one time, like you're spiritually protected, it doesn't come from your ego or anything of that matter. But I feel like people might even try to compete, because we did get the competition where they want to do a whole bunch of things at one time, but they're not able or willing to put 100% into each thing. And you're able to put 100% into each thing. But that's also saying like there's a lot of dark, I don't like the word dark, but of people who do things differently from you, who are attracted to your light. Obviously, that's what we see. That's what these people right here, I call them the hermit. It's just my own lookers. There's people who watch. They're attracted to your light. But I think with the love as well too, that's them. They have love for you and they see that you're strong. And that's the reason why, even if you meet them and they're in a dark place, or they're moody, or they're just doing things out of egotistical reasons, jealousy or whatever, you do something because it changes their happiness. You do something, or it doesn't even have to be anything you purposely do. Y'all can wind up getting in an argument, and that's the reason why they start to feel their emotions. That's the reason why they start to be like, well, I don't think I can just be behaving like this. It complete them out of like an emotional thing that they are in. I'm gonna get one more card for Enter the Chamber, just to make sure we summed all this up. The sun, yeah, it brings it. That's back to the light. It brings about the light. So Gemini, whatever, people are attracted to your light, looking for your light. This is the humble card. This is people being pure, dressing things up. You know, we do have pleasure, so that's just saying somebody does want to accompany you and wealth, pleasure you. But I feel like these people, they're not going to tell you. They have the tendency to pretend that they don't want this with you when they do. I don't know the reason for doing that, but also I feel like with the humility card, either they feel like you're humble, or maybe your presence humbles them, and it probably makes them feel like they can't really so it's like they can't put their swag on when they're around you, not the way they normally do, and because they know that you're pure. Or maybe they just feel like you're innocent and they don't want to just put too much on you, too much of that. They may feel like they're going to scare you away. Now back to summing all of this up. Just be aware that you have a light or whatever, and with that light is going to attract people that, you know, may be opposite. And I know that they say you attract what you are, but when you're a vessel of God, and when God is using you, you're going to attract the people who need you. So they're not necessarily going to be like you, but they may need something from you. This could be, they may need to understand emotions. They may need to have conversation. They may need to understand their foolish tendencies. They may need to understand what happiness really is. So then there's going to be a time in your life, there's going to be a season where you people that need you are going to be attracted to you more than the people that are just like you. So this may be a season where people need you and you're not aware of that. So the way that the people that's coming towards you, you're like, why are these people? Don't laugh. I'm sorry, y'all. You may not be anything like these people. Not saying that you're not. You may be, maybe some similarities. It may be some whatever, you know. But it's like you never know what a person is going through, because everything is held in until people feel like they're ready to let it out. And so that's people being attracted to you that actually need you. and they pretty much need some towers to happen in their lives, like emotionally, so they can understand things. It'll complete them out. Like you have to get rid of baggage, you have to get rid of emotional turmoil, you have to get rid of frustration and pent up. And so when they come around you, they're able to do that unknowingly, though. They're unknowingly doing this. So Gemini, I just feel like just be prepared for people doing that. But with the completion right here, I feel like people understand that this kind of connected to your worth to be able to cause people to release emotional baggage. And that's the same as like listening to somebody going through something. And it's like you just help this person release their emotions, and you're like, why did I just listen to this person say all that? And you might not have nothing to do with it. Sometimes you might be like, I'm glad they was able to get that out their chest. So this is like almost like a gift. This could be like your calling, because this is divine path. But that's what they have right here with the angels, like reconciliation, like you getting back on your path to be like that sharp tongued person. I think I had a read from y'all one time where people, if you really were to say what you wanted to say, it probably would cause people, like, they would be shocked. Because they wouldn't be expecting that from you. They expect you to not. But it's like if you really get into your intelligence, really get into, this is a person who's like a sharpshooter, a person who's intellectual, and they can let people know what's really going on. And you might deal with foolish people a lot, but the angels are saying this is a part of your path. So not saying that you have to put up with them, but just understand when that happens to where you interact with foolish people or people who have foolish tendencies, it's for you to be able to let them know. Because some people, they don't know they're fools until they're told. Like, you don't know your shoes are untied to somebody. Like, not that you're looking down at the ground, but it's like, oh, your shoes are untied. Like, some stuff people don't know until they're told or until you show them. And even if you don't tell them, you might just show them. So I feel like the angels want you to reconcile with that path of being the intellectual person that you are and speaking. And sometimes this person can be sharp-tongued, but she's not in the reverse. So it's not as bad. It's like really, and sometimes what they say, the truth hurts. And what did Kirk Franklin say? The truth can hurt you or it can set you free. It can heal you, one of the two. So it's like whether these people want to be healed or need to be healed, it's the truth that you have to say to them or that they need to know. And the angels want you to reconcile that difference within yourself, feeling like maybe you feel like you always have to put somebody in place, or you always have to deal with foolish people, or you always are in these scenarios where you have to like literally speak for people to understand their behavior. Because it's like people don't really look in the mirror like, let me see what I'm doing wrong. That's not, some of the people that you're interacting with are probably not looking in the mirror to see what they're doing wrong. So then you have to literally show them the mirror and tell them like, listen, this is what you do. And you might not want to do that. You might not want to do that. But the angels are, and even if that's reconciling with a Queen of Swords who thought you was foolish, or reconciling with a Queen of Swords who treated you like you were a fool, since the angels are here and they came first with this reconciliation, I think that they, once we sum it up, the perception of it is they want you to reconcile with being that person that can deliver the news to people but still like have love for them. So this is not a person that's just gonna cuss you out and be like F you to the end of time. This is a person who's like, I love you too much to watch you sit there and destroy yourself, or I love you too much to see you act like that when I know your potential. And I'm not gonna lie, people like they get shade. They don't want you to tell them nothing. Don't tell me that I can be a better person. That's dumb as hell. Like, why wouldn't I tell you that? You want me to tell you that you're a coward? Like, they might be combative with you. Like, don't tell me that I can be a better person. Don't tell me my potential, or don't tell me me. Shit. But I feel like it won't go in vain. And I feel like it's one of those things that you're gifted to be able to do. Like, what if, like being a public speaker, what if people didn't know? Because the change is sideways. So it's like, most people don't know the changes that they can make to make themselves happy. It don't take everything that they think it take. And so with you, Gemini, like, you're able to let that person like express themselves, but then also tell them like what they can do better, or even if you're not telling them what they can do better, it's simple as you telling them what you did. Sometimes you just telling people, listen, this is how I overcame, this is what I did, that encourages them. So I just feel like for you, Gemini, like your encouragement is something that really stands out, or your way of speaking to people and helping them understand their emotions. I mean, you might not have time to do all that. You might not even want to do all that. You might just accidentally bump into strangers that just open up and start talking to you. But most importantly, Gemini, just be a listening ear. Please don't shun anyone. But I feel like if also this is not happening, I think this is what people have recognized about you throughout your lifetime or throughout your life when they were not aware, because they may have had these dark tendencies and might not have known that you were the empress and you were loving and you were strong and you was only trying to have like the sun in your life, or have the sun shine on everybody. And remember, the sun is right here too in her window. I was like, that's my window. I can't stand the rain. Like, you probably can't stand the rain. Can you stand the rain? You probably can't stand the rain, but you probably can't stand the rain in other people's life either. So that's why you try to open up and let them see things, to allow them to be able to see the sun in their life and see the happiness in their life and the changes. Little bitty changes, girl. Those just little bitty changes. But remember, we also have the Queen of Cups, the Portal of Light, and the Defeat. So I just feel like you're going to be balanced no matter what people try to do to you emotionally. And honestly, this may be people coming towards you that have been defeated. Since we've summed up this whole, I feel like this is a sermon, I don't know why, but since we've summed all of this up, you may have people that come towards you that have been defeated and are looking to be balanced again. But we have to go back to this Emperor. Stay true and be in your power. It is in reverse. So it's either he's probably not in his power because he's being seduced. He's seducing himself because the seducer is right there. Maybe he's trying to bring out the Emperor parts of him, or the strong parts of him, because that's king and queendom, remember? God and goddess, so to speak. He's trying to bring that out of him. He may feel like he is the prince of this at this time, or he may feel like he's trying, like I said, he may be trying to knock you off of your path because he wants to be able to bring you something in, or he wants to be able to meet your needs. Maybe financially, he feel like if you're, because right after that, stay true and be in your power in reverse is you being this person over here that's like sort of accommodating for your warrior, your path. So he may be trying to he may not like for you to get in your power or your confidence and assist people, because he may argue one more card. He may feel like that takes time. It's as simple as if you working, doing your thing, being the person that you are, being a badass, being a boss chick, whatever you want to call it. This Emperor is like, what about me? What about me? He's like, what about me? This is Wheel of Fortune. He wants to change. Oh, and he's a hacker. And he spies on you. But this is the Master. Disappointment. So he may be dealing with disappointment, or wanting you to have disappointment, to gain master. I just feel like he may be trying to outplay you or whatnot. But at one point he was trying to outplay you and probably spying on you to figure out how to outplay you with the disappointment and everything. But I feel like since that's the change, that's the Wheel of Fortune, that's the change. He's trying to make a change, and he's probably realizing that he can't just try to take you out of your power or off your path and then still want to be dedicated to you, because you do have love here, you have emotional fulfillment. So it's like he wants to still be dedicated to you and still love you, but at the same time he wants to take you off your path, maybe because you get these attention from these people, or maybe he feels like he's helping you because you did have the competition card come out. But sometimes a spouse or a lover can't stand to see you do so many things for other people or get so much attention from other people. So that may be why he's doing that. This is divine purpose. And we got divine right there. So, and you are not alone. So regardless, this is a part of your purpose. And the Emperor, has to understand that part of your life, the part of your job that details, or the part of your career that details that. But we do have divine timing, so this is about time, and it's on this. So this is time for you to reconcile your differences with your angels, and know that they were protecting you, but also know that even if they have a path for you that you might not like, you might want to do something else. You might not want to be of assistance to other people. You might not want to still deal with things of this nature, but it's like they want you to reconcile that within yourself, and realize that that is more helpful to people than you know. You're an inspiration to people, so let that be. Even if you're inspiring people who, it's like people who, I'm saying like a jail, like people who go speak at jails to inspire people. They may be in a better position, but that doesn't mean that they look down on anyone else. Like it's not about you looking down on anyone else, but it's about you recognizing that you can inspire anybody. It doesn't matter what they look like, what they sound like. It doesn't matter anything. It's just all about inspiration. Okay, this is divine timing for you know what this emperor's been doing behind your back, pretty much trying to knock you down. It's okay, but we have time to create. This is with the light. This is creating balance between the light and the dark, and also creating something that allows people to understand, being able to understand, like bringing the light and the dark together, but also allowing their emotions and to be pure, but also allowing their emotions to be seen. You know how they say showing emotions is a sign of weakness? It's something you do that allow people to show their emotions, or even like I said, release their emotions. So there's you creating something that allows people to be like, wow, I'm glad I was able to see that, or I'm glad I was able to get that off my chest. Because behind every smile, you know, there once was a broken heart. Behind every like teardrop, there may be an ounce of joy. So this is about whether the person is sad at the moment or whether the person is happy at the moment. It's about them being able to balance their emotions and being able to express, like, yes, I've had some bad days. Yes, I've had some good days. But I know my where my emotions lie, and understanding how their emotions contribute to their behaviors in life. You know, not just holding on to so many emotions that they're not able to be them complete. There we go. They're not able to be their complete selves. Like allowing them not to be so bound to their emotions that they can't be who they really are. What did I say? Oh, that's what I said. I don't want to show you my pain. I want to show you me. So I don't want to see your pain necessarily. I want to see you. But before you can get over showing somebody your pain or seeing their pain, you have to deal with the emotional part of it, like where the pain was derived from, what happened with the pain. So the thing is, I don't want to see your pain or anything. I want to see you. So a lot of people, they show us their pain or talk through their pain or whatever it could be, talk through their joy, like always happy, always bubbly. All they're showing you is their joy and why they're confident, but it's like you never see them. You see their personalities, you see their intelligence even, but they never really see you. So Gemini, they could be a thing with you too, where they see your personalities, or they see that you're loving, or they see that you're an empress or mother. They see that you have emotional fulfillment, like they see that you're emotionally strong within yourself, but it's like they don't necessarily see you and who you are. There could be something that you were dealing with at one point in time, but I feel like with this spread, it's like letting, it's like the angels saying, like, let it go. And it's like people understand you now. Like they might have only felt you emotionally, they probably didn't understand your mindset. They probably only, because we did get the pleasure at the bottom of it, they probably only wanted to see your sex appeal and not understand you mentally or emotionally. So this is like people seeing not what you've been through, not your pain, they're seeing you. So even if they don't acknowledge that you were down at one point in time, or you will, it's like they're finally seeing, it's like ripping off, taking off all your garments for people to see you and not your pain. And it's also people, but in hindsight, you're going to attract people that have been through that pain. And your thing, what the angels want you to see, because we have the light, they want you to help them, the people that gravitate towards you, to see themselves, not their pain, eagerness, not their eagerness was, being eager and wanting to, like, before we do all that, before we go where we're going, let's balance this out and make sure that when you present yourself, like you present yourself a living sacrifice, but also like allowing them to see you, not your pain. So I do love you, Gemini. That's what I got for you. That's for the 17th through the 24th.